There we go. Okay. So first of all, thank you ever so much for joining us in this very brief webinar, just to talk you through the new NPQ offer. My name's Nikki Antwis, and I'm the Regional Delivery Manager for the Southwest. That means that I'm supporting our delivery partners in getting ready for the delivery of the new NPQ programmes, supporting people with their own applications, and helping with some of the marketing that's going to be going on to secure applicants. It is an exciting time in that we've got a new suite of NPQs being delivered for the first time this year. The Church of England Foundation for Educational Leadership is actually one of 9 NPQ providers nationally. We are really proud to have been picked as one of those providers, and our ambition in this first year is that we will have in excess of over 3,000 participants being supported through the delivery of that full suite of NPQs that are now on offer. I like to think that the Church of England offer for NPQs is a bit like NPQ Plus, because we are going to deliver to you and facilitate alongside you so much more than your average delivery programme. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. Why is it that you might want to choose the Church of England as your delivery facilitator? Part of that is going to be the expert coaching offer that we will provide on all those training courses. Just this week, we have trained over 250 coaches in our new way of coaching. It's a really exciting time, and that training has been delivered by a series of people. So we've had Liz Barrett, we've had Angie Brown, and we've had Andy Buck training our coaches, who are expert leaders and coaches in their own right. And that has led to a really bespoke offer. And on all the NPQs that are going to be delivered by the for Church of England NPQs, there will be a coaching offer of at least 8 hours, which is really significant. Also, in our Church of England NPQs, there will be facilitation alongside your peers in a network that has a real commitment to the Church of England vision for education, and that importance of being called, connected, and committed. We have a wide variety of delivery partners supporting us in our facilitation, and they come from a wide range across the sector, from large and small MATs in the Southwest, from individual standalone schools, and also from teaching school hubs who will be supporting us and leading us through that academic taught element of the course. There will also be some really dynamic peer support networks created, and they will be helpful to support your well-being and your personal growth as a leader through these NPQ programmes. Because all of us understand that when you're learning something new and stepping into the unknown, things can feel wobbly and you can feel discombobulated. And it's really important to us that your personal well-being and growth are paramount in these new NPQs. As I mentioned already, the Church of England vision for education is to ensure that all our school leaders are called, connected, and committed to the young people in their community. And we start in the centre of that diagram with our call to working towards teacher excellence that provides high quality education to all children in our local communities. We want to provide for our young people a culture that is supported by thoughtful, kind leadership practices. And those leadership practices will support all members of staff in an organisation to flourish, just in the way we'd expect our young people to flourish. And we will support you to make those connections by providing expert coaching for every leader as part of the NPQs, but also by creating and sustaining networks where you can connect right across the Southwest region. That's quite an exciting opportunity. Too often we live in our own bubbles in our organisations or within our mat or within quite a small geographical area. These new NPQs are being provided in 18 different areas, 3 of those serving the Southwest, and we will help you connect with other areas. And finally, to that committed section, and this is about applying research, evidence-based research that is role-specific to build your subject knowledge in those domains. But most importantly, especially for a Church of England NPQ, is to serve the common good and be a champion for social justice in our own communities. Now, the delivery of such an excited programme really does require some strong core principles. As I've already said, there will be domain-specific subject knowledge that you will grow and learn and read about and hear about. And that subject knowledge will be supported in those sessions with your expert coach, where you will explore together how to use that research and evidence-based research in practice. And that's where that knowledge will be applied. And ultimately, that's going to lead to that culture of teacher excellence, where every child in our community is taught by an excellent teacher who is led by an excellent leader. And that flows through then to our learning approach in delivering and facilitating these new NPQs. The first area being activate, that knowledge-rich learning and professional accountability. And then to the teaching, engaging with the research that's evidence-based to really deepen understanding of what looks good. And then the practice back in your organisation, in your school, in your classroom, supported by that expert coaching to be able to apply all that knowledge that has been activated and taught. And finally, to apply that wealth of learning in your own personal critical reflections, some case studies, and also preparation for assessments. Please don't feel worried by the assessments. They will be incredibly practical and supportive, and your coaches will be able to support you every step of the way. So some more detail on the individual NPQs that are coming forth. Some of them you will recognise from the old NPQ suite, and some of them are absolutely brand new. So the first is an NPQ in leading teaching. This is really focused at middle leaders in your organisation, maybe subject leaders or phase leaders or curriculum leaders. There's a significant amount of self-led learning in all of the programmes, but also quite a high number of live teaching hours. The Leading Teaching programme is funded fully if you are a pupil premium 30 school and meet the criteria. Otherwise, there is a cost of £799 for that training. And another new NPQ for this year is an NPQ in leading behaviour and culture. And this is specifically targeted at pastoral and behaviour leads in schools, possibly SENCOs or heads of year in a secondary school. This one again is criteria-based funded, so funded if you are a PP30 school, otherwise there is a cost again of £799. The next NPQ again is another new one, NPQ for leading teacher development. This is really focused on the professional development leads in your schools and the early careers framework mentors. This NPQ is fully funded for all members of staff in all and any school. And there will be some crossover between this NPQ leading teacher development and the leading teaching. I would emphasise that it's fully funded for this year. I can't promise that that would be the case going forward. So if you have members of staff that are keen to take a lead in teacher development, I would urge them to apply for that course in this academic year. And then the next NPQ is one that you may well have seen before, the NPQSL for senior leaders. And this is for aspiring and current senior leaders, people who may in your organisation hold the post of assistant head or deputy head. It is a longer training course, and again is criteria-based funding. That means if you meet the PP30 criteria, it will be funded. Otherwise, there is a cost. And the cost for that one is £999. And then again, a course that we've seen before, the NPQH, the NPQ headship. And this is for aspiring and new head teachers and principals. It is fully funded if you are an existing head teacher within the first 2 years of your headship. If you are an aspiring head teacher, it does follow the criteria-based funding, or the cost would be £1,599. The additional new offer in this NPQ suite for heads is the additional support offer. And this is a fully funded offer for all new heads within 2 years of taking up their headship. And it provides a high level of coaching support for you in that first 2 years. And then finally, again, another NPQ that we have seen before, the NPQ-EL, the NPQ for executive leadership. Again, for aspiring and current executive leaders, MAT CEOs, for example, trust improvement officers, executive heads or federation heads and leaders. That training course does come with a cost, unless you're a PP30 school, and that cost is £3,799. Quite an exciting suite of NPQ opportunities. And there really should be a course that is right for every leader in your school. This gives a bit of a further breakdown into the amount of face-to-face sessions, self-led sessions, virtual teaching hours that would be online, and then coaching hours available. And you can see that commitment of coaching hours is quite high, and increasingly so as you work through the NPQ offers. As we've talked about a lot already, one of the most important parts of this new NPQ programme is an expert coach for every leader. We're already training over 250 coaches so that they are ready and accredited to support you through your NPQ journey. So an introduction to some of our delivery partners. As I've already said, there are 18 areas across England that are providing NPQs through the Church of England. In the Southwest, we are broken into 3 further areas, Southwest A, B and C. The first being through Somerset and North Wiltshire. There's a variety of delivery partners that are supporting delivery of individual programmes or supporting through providing coaches. And then in Southwest B, covering Dorset and South Wiltshire, again, we have a number of delivery partners, including teaching schools and multi-academy trusts and individual schools, who will again be providing a variety of the courses of the NPQs, but also providing coaching training. And finally, Southwest C, that serves Cornwall and Devon. Again, a number of multi-academy trusts and single schools will again be delivering the NPQs and providing coaching. One of the most exciting things about being part of those delivery partners is the collaboration that we are seeing up and down the country between a variety of providers who are all being supported by the Church of England. So our commitment to you as a participant is that you will be supported by inspirational coaches from some of our highest performing schools. You will have access to expert research and resources to build your own personal vision. And we will, of course, through our networks and peer support, offer support to your well-being, resilience and growth as a leader. We will help connect you through extensive regional and national networks. And you can see how many we are connecting already just in that delivery partner list that I've shared with you. We are also hoping that all our NPQ training courses will be able to be hosted locally within your area, so supporting you to be able to travel easily to any training sessions. And of course, at the end of that NPQ journey, you will have a fully accredited qualification that will support you in your development as a leader in your organisation or another. Once you've completed your NPQ, there's also the opportunity to continue to network and connect as people move into different roles in promotion once they've completed training. So one of the most important slides for you is application deadlines. The applications went live on the 1st of June, and the deadline was originally the 25th of September. However, we are fully appreciative of the challenges that schools are under at the moment, coming back to full teaching, coming back after COVID, and a normal September start in schools. Therefore, we've extended those deadlines, application deadlines, to the 8th of October for the NPQ programmes and the 22nd of October for the additional support offer, if you want to start your training in November. If you would prefer to start your training in February, the deadline date for applications is the 14th of January. We currently have a number of applications and they are being marked as we speak by regional delivery managers, and our first applicants will be hearing shortly if they have been successful. I wonder now if you have any further questions, and I will stop share so we can see. Does anyone have any further questions or things that I can clarify for you?
It was obviously very clear, Nikki.
That's brilliant. What a great start, isn't it? If you do have any further questions, please do contact me via email. I'm more than happy to get back to you, or give me a call. I will put my email address and number into the chat now for you. Also keep an eye on Twitter, because the Church of England Foundation are constantly tweeting updates around their NPQs. There's also a lot of information on the CEFL website itself. There's a specific area for NPQs, and there's a brilliant little call out on how to actually complete your application form. So it's a great step-by-step guide for you. Best of luck if you're going to be applying. We'll be really excited to see you.
Thanks so much for your time, Nikki. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, we can send the presentation, that's fine.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
I've just put my email address in the chat in case you need it. Take care, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.